was a scare, nothing more. I want to go ahead and give shout-outs to Too Slow, Too Serious TV. They had they gave me a couple of shout-outs a couple times fairly recently. 10 days ago, shout out to 15, and 3 days ago, a shout out to 64. I think they recently had a charity stream where they were fighting. I think they were raising awareness for suicide and trying to fight that ongoing thing. Definitely a very worthy cause. Yeah. All right. No real way to be able to seek this to the ReRide, but we'll try anyway. Okay. We're getting ready to start things with the ReRide, in case you're wondering. This is our first of 4 games. The 4th game will be made apparent when we get to it, but let's go ahead and kick things off. I think we're close to the end of the Sam Feeley hour.
Let me offer you a warm welcome to the ReRide. Tickets, please. Does that mean the arcade has just opened? Let's see how many coins you are taking out today.
It's always open whenever I choose to.
Are you new to the ReRide?
Of course
Very
not.
good.
That's
It is
why you
always
got me an
nice
A.
to be face to face with veteran quizzers. As you no doubt know, these are your buzzers.
Spacebar and enter a return button.
Please allow me to remind you that this is a non-profit fan project in no way associated
In other
with
words,
Jackbox
please don't sue
games.
Do you understand me, Jackbox?
And now it is time to begin the ReRide. See you at the bottom.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide. This episode of The ReRide is brought to you by Crystal Ball Basketball. Bounce into your future with every play. Ball may shatter upon first dribble. And now, please welcome a man who's played these games before you were conceived, Sam Feeley.
Well, someone's a little eager to see what's waiting for them at the end of the line. Spoiler alert, you'll see your score and you'll more than likely be disappointed with your performance. Both of us walk away happy for a few minutes until the shock of reality worms its way back into your consciousness. Oh, and you didn't have to pay for this game, so buckle up, Chuckles. Well, would you look at that? It's the foreshadowing floor. Tell my wife I love her. Let's ride.
Okay.
Buzz in for the buck. You'll love to see it. Try this category. Art imitates reality, video games shape it. And right this way, please. Which of these conflicts was predicted years earlier by a video game and down to the year it happened? The 2003 U.S. invasion of Iraq, the 2008 Russo-Georgian War, the 2011 Arab Spring, or the 2012 Sony North Korea pissing contest over the interview? Can you not, and then can you continue to not? Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon, released in 2001, is set during a fictional 2008 Russian invasion of Georgia, the country, not the U.S. state. In reality, Russia did end up invading Georgia, again the country, not the U.S. state, in 2008. But after watching the last few U.S. election cycles, sometimes you wonder if Russia really did invade the U.S. state of Georgia. Talk to me, kiddo. Give me perfectly average. What are we doing? Technically correct, the best kind of correct. Now, as for predictions that didn't come true, but people tried to pass off as accurate anyways, any World Series outcome you've heard as being predicted by Back to the Future Part 2 either was never actually made or ended up being wrong. But it wasn't wrong by much. Suppose I went back in time to rewrite Back to the Future Part 2 so the one World Series result it predicted reflected real life. Given the year Marty and Doc travel to, what would they see as they arrive? The Kansas City Royals spraying each other with champagne, the New York Mets carrying Terry Collins off the diamond, the Toronto Blue Jays screaming and giving out hugs, or the Texas Rangers happily slapping each other's asses?
I think
in Back to the Future Part 2, Marty and Doc travel to the year 2015 as news breaks that the Chicago Cubs had won the World Series over a fictional team from Miami. The real-life 2015 World Series was won by the Kansas City Royals in 5 games over the New York Mets. And if Back to the Future Part 2 was set in the real 2015, the whole hoverboard chase scene would be a lot lamer, and eventually they'd all catch on fire. Biff and his crew would also be even bigger douchebags.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Vroom vroom, darling.
Alright, okay.
Alright, you know how this works. Buzz in when you see the item that links the 2 clues. And the one of you who correctly answers the final bonus question will pocket some big bucks. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, foot on the gas, punch it. Swing low, sweet blank, and blanks of fire.
Period.
Score. All along the watch, blank, and blank of babble. Jupiter's Europa and 2009 Sam Rockwell film.
Period Tower movie.
TV game show and Ace of Base song.
Wheel of Fortune.
DC Comics Blank League and Justin Bieber album. Score.
Tarot cards, maybe?
Finance website The Motley Blank and Blanks Rush In.
Cool.
Movie Blank Race 2000 and The Grim Reaper.
Never drive this string fast.
Score. All right, shifting gears into
These are
bonus.
definitely terrible.
What do all of the correct answers have in common? Are they all Major Arcana? Holy smokes, you got the bonus.
There we go.
The cards tell me you have a bright future in this game, and you'll believe any mystic nonsense to feed your bruised ego.
Wow.
Well, you're clearly beating yourself. Rise and shine, millennials. Let's get this bright. And we call this one... I'm gonna make him an offer he can't digest. And they're off. Because they're considered symbolic harbingers of doom in the Godfather films, which Panda Express dish should Michael not order? Black pepper Angus steak, honey walnut shrimp, orange chicken, or apple pie egg rolls? Leave the gun, take the cannolis, and also your money. Characters in the Godfather movies who are seen eating, handling, or just being near oranges eventually end up getting shot, injured, or killed, like Salvatore Tessio, the heads of the other families, and 2 times to Don Corleone. Even if Michael doesn't order the orange chicken, he's doomed anyway. That Panda Express food is going to give him so much diarrhea he'll be begging to sleep with the fishes.
Wow.
Okay, how much money? Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Here's a category. This question will ruin your browser history. Showtime. Since it doesn't meet the definition of foreshadowing, which of these adult movies is not an example of prognography? The Divination in Miss Jones, A Clockwork Augury, Adam Brait and Eve, or All Aleatoric Action 7? Aleatoric refers to random chance or the lack of forewarning.
There you go.
Oh yeah, by the way, You Don't Know Jack the ReRide is rated T for teen.
Hit your buzzer to set the value for the next question. Will our mystery guest enter and sign in, please?
It's none of your business what I do in the shadows. Here comes the questione. What's the best way to shadow Shadoe Stevens? Track the movements of his 4-star LA food truck, sneak on board the International Space Station, be first in line for his Las Vegas magic show, or hide at his announcer recording booth? Shadoe Stevens is a golden-throated TV announcer who serves as the announcer for Hollywood Squares, The Price is Right, and The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson. And if you're Shadoe Stevens, we'd love to have you be the announcer for this game show. You can't pay any actual money, but I got a great discount code for you on your next order on Grubhub.
How much is this one worth to you? Buzz in and tell me. Gotcha. Okay, coming up.
Late night television and other dying mediums. Well, that was a horrible transition. We're definitely not getting Shadoe Stevens on the show now. Anyway, if you're over the age of 40 and long for the days when TV only had 4 channels, then you probably remember Johnny Carson's psychic character, Karnak the Magnificent. The bit was that he could answer questions written in sealed envelopes before he opened them.
That is
such
a
a simpler
correct
time
answer.
back in the 80s. Which of these would most likely be Karnak's divined answer to the sealed question, name a pope, a soap, and a dope? Edward VIII, Aquafresh and Walter Mondale, Sisal, Oryx and Bob Packwood, John Paul II, Zest and Gerald Ford, or Chauncey III, Equate and Dan Quayle.
I think the way these had soap is Zest.
John Paul II served as Pope of the Catholic Church from 1978 to 2005. Zest is a brand of soap, and President Gerald Ford was, you guessed it, a dope. And just, you know, no answer that has the name Dan Quayle in it is ever the correct answer. I don't care if the question is, who was President Bush's vice president? Now, let's never speak of this again.
So it's the new Tootie, in other words.
Pick a value.
Bingo?
My life was bright, a pure delight, and open were all doors. O-M-E-N-S, 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 now I'm born divorced.
Welcome to Omens, whether you like it or not.
Don't forget, buzz in when the first letter of the correct answer is lit. Snag all 5 letters and you'll snag the bonus.
Oh, that's a sweet bonus.
On your mark, get set, bang, go.
Karl Orff's overdramatic classical piece. Oh, Fortuna. Turning water into wine, walking on water, etc. Do you believe in miracles? Beware the Ides of
March.
Forward March. Clairvoyant at Delphi.
Oracle, come on.
Catholic ritual that drives away evil spirits. Get behind me! Police or courtroom drawing.
It's a sketch.
Sketchy. The classical blank include water and aether. Elements. Red sky at blank, sailor's delight. Good night. Omens.
That belongs to you.
Could have done a little better in the first part, but...
Hey, don't let it get to your head. There's more work to be done.
Oh, I know. But at least we're off to a promising
Okay,
start.
friend. I wouldn't complain about it. Here's the category.
Birds of a feather spell certain death together. We're rocking and we're rolling. Because the bird in their name is a symbolic messenger of death in Celtic mythology, which of these celebrities would have the most awkward time visiting Ireland? Russell Crowe, Robin Givens, Raven Simone, or Dan Quayle?
I know Clue is not the correct answer. I'm going to go with Raven.
In Celtic mythology, ravens are considered messengers from the other world and that their calls could foretell someone's imminent death. Here in the US, though, the only ravens that are considered omens of death are the ones who play football in Baltimore.
Hit your buzzer and let's see how much money we're playing for. And this one is...
Okay.
Infinite universes and infinite time on your hands. Take your seats, the show's about to begin. Imagine you work at NASA and you've put countless hours into a presentation on the Tommy Westphal universe hypothesis. Which of these would be the most appropriate prop to use in your presentation? A snow globe, a collection of progressive rock albums, 40 hits of acid, or the complete works of Stephen King?
Do I dare go with snow globe?
The Tommy Westphal universe hypothesis is the idea that almost all American television shows take place within the imagination of Tommy Westphal, the autistic boy holding the snow globe in the infamous final scene of the series finale of St. Elsewhere. Now I'm going to take this question to an audience that's a little more welcoming, like a conference room full of neckbeards at Comic-Con.
Okay, buzz in and let's find out how much money the next...
All right, doable. That's doable.
All right, no more foreshadowing. You're in the now shadowing. Here's your clue. Tools of the trade. Do you want to know what your future holds? I mean, these things won't actually help you, but for the sake of time, let's just pretend they do. Have fun, Amazing Randy.
You need tarot cards. Oh, well, those are stars, aren't they? Yeah, you need dowsing rounds for that one. You need fire. Those are the online quizzes. Constellations. Hebrew letters. Okay. Come on, online quizzes. There you go. We nailed it. Disappointed with the score? Yeah, turns out you should have been predicting it.
Well done. Let's see how it helped your score. Wow, incredible performance. But if a player gets a high score in a trivia game and there's no one there to see it, did it ever really happen?
Oh, yeah. That works. And this concludes this episode of You Don't Know Jack, the ReRide, Foreshadowing. If you like what you saw here, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, leave a comment in the section below, and spread that word. This is Sick and Squeeze Gaming, and at Arcade